Florentine, you were at the Metallica show, huh?
It's probably the best show I've ever seen.
Fucking sick.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. Because just the sound in that theater and just being right there in the front. I mean, you know, 8, 10 rows back or whatever.
Crazy.
But every seat in that place was phenomenal.
It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did you have?
It was
did you have earplugs in?
No, fuck no. I'm like Norton with prostitutes. I don't. That's like wearing a bag.
Right.
Like I've done it twice and I didn't feel good about it. In every show I've gone.
I put them in a couple times. I had to, and then I kept taking them out. I kept saying I can't do it.
It totally messes the same. You know, it's not the
It's
feeling.
not the same sound.
It's not same when you fuck it. It's not the same feeling.
How were your ears yesterday?
They're fine. I've been going. I've seen Motorhead like 70 times.
So you don't get the ringing or any of that
a
shit?
little bit, but you know,
It goes away.
Yeah, it goes away.
Yeah, it goes
I've been
away.
to probably 500 shows.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, and it's just like whatever.
The
only one I do is Motorhead. Motorhead. I mean, if you thought that was loud, Motorhead would be at least twice as loud as
Come
that.
on.
Yeah,
Nice, that's
Motorhead's
easily
obnoxious.
I mean, it's insane.
Wow.
Really?
It's not. Yeah, it's not even. You really even with earplugs, you got to hold your ears. It's that loud.
Wow.
And Lemmy doesn't wear anything.
No, you don't wear anything either.
Crazy.
I would like to ask the band Metallica if they wear.
I saw them. They all do.
They all do, right?
All bands do. You could see they had the ones. It's like a little.
So what does it sound like in their ears?
Well,
Is
they
it
got
just-
the in-ear
they got
monitor in the
monitors
one
now,
ear.
yeah.
But
And then-
how turned down that is that?
It's not that loud on stage for a band because they just have a little coming out of the amps
They're
and they can hear
behind
each
the
other.
PA.
The PA's
Right,
out
right.
that way, so it's really not
Years
super
ago,
cranked.
bands, their stage line was blasting years ago because that's where the fucking guitar sounds and everything came from. And all those motherfuckers went deaf. Now they mic those up, send it through the PA, so they don't really need a loud stage volume anymore like they used to. And since they're behind the actual system that the house is hearing, they're not getting the damage to the hearing that they used to get. But you listen to, like, you talk to fucking, you know, any of the guys in Zeppelin or something like that, they're just fucking shot. Their ears are gone.
The back of my head was vibrating inside. It was so loud.
Oh, man.
I can't really explain it.
If you're
There
not
was
used
like
to that
a-
volume,
But no, I mean, I can't tell my brain to stop vibrating.
no, but if you're not used
It
to
was
going to
something
shows all the time,
In the
and
middle of
hearing
the
that
back of my
volume.
head, it was like fucking moving. What the fuck was that?
Maybe
I
that's
don't
a
know,
tumor.
that
It sounds like a
sounds-
tumor.
That
Jesus,
sounds
thanks.
dangerous.
Thanks, Jim. Shaking a tumor.
No, but you're not.
Damn.
You're not used to going to super loud shows. Like, what's the last like few concerts you've been to?
Pearl Jam was. All
right, Pearl Jam.
I go to one show a year at this point, and I'm fucking lame. I used to go all the time.
Yeah,
I saw the
Yeah.
Carpenters once in the 70s. They were very loud.
It's not a lot of shows I want to go see these days.
Yeah.
Metallica, absolutely. I wasn't going to miss that one. I'm trying to think who else I'd want to see right now. I can't think of anybody.
Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons would be nice.
That would be nice. You're not going to have a headache in your fucking head after that. Nothing's going to be rolling around.
You're saying that was the best show you ever seen?
It probably in the top 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the other two. Yeah, I mean,
They
to
sounded
see them in that
great.
venue to do like a 2-hour and 10-minute set and a great set too.
To be that close.
Obscure stuff too,
Right.
Which is great. That's one thing with Metallica. They don't just always just play the hits. I mean, they got the 8 or 10 songs they have to play, but they always mix in that 7 or 8 in that 18 song set. They always mix and match
Right.
for the real fan. You know, for the fans that know every song from
Right.
their catalog.
The only one for me, I wish they played Wherever I May Roam. That was it.
Yeah, I
But
don't know why
I
they didn't
wa-
do that one.
Probably
Well,
not enough time.
because they did Sad But True. It's sort of those two songs were sort of the secondary hits on the album. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so they just probably got to pick and choose. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if they did the show the next night, they would have done that, but then not done fucking For Whom the Bell Tolls. They
Or
probably
something,
just
right?
Yeah, I mean, they did that 9-minute instrumental Orion, which is basically Cliff Burton's song. You know, so that's what they throw that in there for the fans,
Right.
Which a lot of people, you know, that's classic of a Master of Puppets, but they could have easily done Wherever I May Roam.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's one thing with Metallica; they don't always just do the hits all the time. They'll do Enter Sandman, they'll throw that in, but you walk away going, "I wonder why they didn't play that one." And like, good, you know, for me.
Oh no, I didn't.
I want to hear.
I got it. It was cool.
I want to hear the whole Saint Anger album, which
Really?
everyone hates. I want to hear that from beginning to end.
You like that one for real?
Yes, very underrated. You know, Lulu I can do without, but
What are some of the songs off that? I don't even know right
the
now.
song Saint Anger, Frantic.
Right.
There's some good stuff on there.
Okay.
People never gave it a chance.
Well, maybe they go back and rediscover it.
They won't.
No.
Metallica fans are very weird and picky. They only like the first 4 albums.
Dude, right?
What
The
douches some of
I
those
know.
guys are.
They cut their hair. As soon as they cut their hair
Yeah,
for like,
that was it.
they cut their hair. Oh, so what does that mean? They're in their fucking 30s. Sorry that you haven't cut it yet.
Out.
What does that mean?
Yeah, seriously. Is that so? Now all of a sudden they're not going to be good. Ever since they cut their hair, they've been terrible. Because every fucking long hair Metallica guy lived in their fucking mom's basement or whatever, still lived at home and got pissed. Like, why the fuck did now I got to cut my hair because they did it?
Right.
That's a fucking funny shit right there. Mick Jagger is a great grandfather now. He's a great grandfather.
That just hit the news.
Yeah.
Wait, a great grandfather.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. So that has
He's 70.
His grandkid
Holy
has a
fuck.
kid.
Wait, so oh my god. Wow.
His grandkid has a kid. That's crazy shit, man.
That's wild.
Fucking.
Oh, get back to Metallica.
I
Sorry.
got a tweet from somebody because I retweeted Anthony's video, the one they played one.
Yeah.
And fucking someone's like, dude, that's what we need to hear. Another version of whatever song I tweeted. Fucking
either one or Sabatro.
Sabatro or one, yeah.
I think it was one. The Metallica died in 1989. It's like,
Did
you
they?
dumb dude.
Did
Any
they really?
Metallica fan, if you think the Black Album stinks, you're a dumb cunt.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
It's an
masterpiece.
amazing album.
It's a masterpiece.
Metallica fans got jealous because the Black Album was the first album to get played on the radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Metallica never got played on the radio. One was their first video they ever did, and it got a little play on MTV, but radio was still afraid to play that song because that's too heavy.
It was scary when they used to come on MTV. It's like, whoa, fuck,
Right,
these guys are frightening.
I was in Buffalo Radio. We played it.
You did?
There,
Well,
there was a,
yeah,
there was
probably
a
like-
handful of those rock stations that were brave enough to play early Metallica.
Right,
one video was so sick.
yeah, I know. But then Black came out, and then they went back and started playing all the old Metallica stuff.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, Master of Puppets was getting played on the radio, and Ride the Lightning.
But that's why Metallica fans should, should respect the Black Album because that enabled the band to get. You're right. I'm just reiterating what you said. To
Right.
get their whole catalog played on the radio.
It's so weird.
It led to that
with music. People get mad when a band gets big.
Yep.
When it start getting played on the radio,
But
and
that's
then,
what the bands want.
But
so
why-
if you're a
but-
fan of that, why don't you go, oh, okay, congrats, you finally got what you wanted.
It's like a job where someone starts as a secretary in the fucking building, and then in 8 years they're the boss. They start at the low run. Who doesn't root for people to do better in their job?
right.
Because they
don't look
think,
like
I'll
them.
tell you why, because fans think they're being rebellious when they listen to certain things. So when other people like it, it doesn't feel like a rebellion anymore. And so what happens, it's about the fans and their perception. It's not about the music. It's about them feeling like, oh no, if other people like this band, I'm not as original and unique as I thought.
Yeah.
It's all about them.
Of course it's all about
Nothing
them.
to do with
Because
the
their
band.
self-image is tied in with the
Yeah,
band.
it's like I loved seeing the band. I saw Metallica like their 5th show ever on the East Coast in New Jersey at like a roller skating rink.
No shit.
Yeah, before their first record ever came out. It's like, and I saw them there, and I've driven them to the mall when Dave Mustaine was still in the band as a little kid. I don't get mad like, man, they were in my car one day, and now they're in a private jet. This is bullshit. I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they're not driving around in a freaking van going to show to show. Whatever makes them comfortable at this age. You know what I mean? So people, I don't
That's
understand
Hetfield.
that. Like,
That's Hetfield.
We're looking at the one video.
the one video is
Holy
phenomenal.
Dude,
fuck.
They're so young in this. It's hilarious to look at them. They don't even look like the guys.
How old is one at this point?
Yeah, what year?
What
this
year did
come
that
out?
come out?
88.
88.
I'm thinking
And Justice for All came out, yeah.
So 25 years we're up to, right, with the band.
Yeah, this video is like,
Wow.
oh man, this is creepy. The guy's fucking has the mask on. He can't see or nothing. Oh, that's scary.
How old are these
great
guys?
song.
They in their
I'm
50s
scared.
now?
Yeah, Hetfield just turned 50 last year. So I think they're all about right about
Look
50.
at the head of hair on Lars. Wow. Oh my God.
So they're like 25 years old here.
The fact that they're still
Unbelievable.
fucking playing and they're still they're 50-year-old guys doing a fucking show as heavy as they did on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's
You know, I just
amazing.
anyone that cries that Metallica only had 4 good albums and they died in whatever, go see them in fucking live in concert, and you
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me, and then you walk out of there and tell me that they suck.
They're amazing.
But they won't. They're like, oh, I don't, yeah. What are they going to play? Something off a load?
They're gonna play
You tell
it
me
for
fucking.
Sandman.
You
The
tell me
Memory Remains
Fuel's
is a-
not a great song.
Well,
That's
Memory
a fucking
Remains is
great.
a great song.
Yeah.
They're just babies.
The problem is, as soon as someone sees like a little kid wearing a Metallica shirt or a Slipknot shirt or whatever band is popular, I can't like him anymore. Look, there's a 12-year-old wearing that shirt. Yeah, well, 12-year-olds wear Black Sabbath shirts. I'm not going to all of a sudden my history of Black Sabbath not like him anymore because some guy got his little kid in the Sabbath or Iron Maiden.
Because it's about
stupid.
It's about the fucking fans and their images, their own self-images tied in with the band. So all that does is make them question their own self.
Well, good. Then those fans should stay in the little fucking factory that they started at 19 and make $12.50 an hour and never move up in their job ever. Because I'll be jealous, dude. I remember you, Jim. I remember you used to work in that factory in North Brunswick, and now you got a nice car and you live in the city. I don't like you anymore. You're the same fucking scumbag you were when I met in 1991. And that's why I still like you.
They're the worst. The fans like that are the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Just little crybabies who don't want to admit, well, they changed and it makes me doubt myself and it makes me feel like I'm not. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
Also, a lot. But you were in radio, knowing as a DJ too. You can't predict. You can't write a song going, this is definitely going to be on the radio. You can't guarantee that the song you write in a studio is going to be on the radio. They had no idea.
They had no idea the Black Album was going to be as huge.
Right.
As
They go, let's just change our sound. Metallica's always done that with every record. Is tried a different sound.
Right.
A lot of them.
Of course, that's what you got to do.
So that's what they did with that record at that time.
That record was. Oh my
and it was MTV still playing heavy metal videos.
Right.
If MTV wasn't playing those videos, that album wouldn't have been would have sold half the copies it sold.
It's a great album, man.
Death Magnetic was a fucking heavy album. People
Death Magnetic is a great record. The last one they put out.
I'm a good example, actually. I didn't really know much about Metallica before the Black Album, and I was in music radio, to be completely honest with you. But like you said, I love your point. When I heard the Black Album, I mean, I wore it out. I was one of those guys that wore it out. I'm like, this is unbelievable. And then I'm like, well, what else can I get from this band? And then I fucking discovered the other shit.
Yeah.
For real. I didn't know For Whom the Bell Tolls and Master of Puppets. I didn't know those songs back then. Now I love those too.
Yeah.
I went backwards with the band because of the Black Album. So... Hit the Lights was amazing. They started with Hit the Lights. What a great song. I heard that song live.
Yeah, that was their first song they ever wrote. Basically, track one of Kill 'Em All.
Yeah, but I've seen Metallica 5 times. I don't think I've ever heard them play that one.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, they're just a great band, man. You just saw it last night. Anyone that was there, and Anthony, I don't know how big a Metallica fan you are, but what a show, right?
Yeah.
Was that unbelievable, though?
Sam
2 hours and 10 minutes. I know Sam was there. Yeah, but for 45. What's that? You never saw him live? They easily could have just done a 45-minute set. Of
course.
It's for radio. It's a free show. All right, we're going to get in and get out.
We'll give them an hour.
Do the best hits, greatest hits, and get out of there.
Right.
They did 2 encores. They even, I think the curfew, they went past curfew, too, because I saw a sign in the back said 10:15 was a hard curfew. Obviously, it was probably 10:30, but they played till like 10:55.
They made it to 11.
Or 11, yeah.
Yeah, close
Well, no,
11.
10:55. You're right. I mean, I think 11 would be the fuck. We got to pay for this now.
Which by the staff there at the Apollo Theater, the rudest people they hated everybody there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to tell everyone. I go, look, I want to just go up to everyone. I go, look, I'm sorry what happened before. All right, I wasn't around. I don't even know if anyone from my family was involved.
Sorry, what happened?
I didn't
before.
Yeah, exactly. I did. I wasn't brought up a racist. I'm not a racist, but don't take it out on me. That shit was a long time ago. No one, everybody was well behaved at the show.
Sure.
So what if a guy was standing there with a beer talking to his friend? Get out of the way! Move! Don't go in here. They were just so rude.
Yeah.
It really annoyed me. I'm like, get over it already. All right, I'm sorry. Jesus,
I'm sorry. Who do I apologize to?
Oh my God.
You're the best.
Did anyone notice that?
Well,
Not really in my
I only
area.
dealt with one person. That was the girl behind the bar, and I tipped her really well, and she had no clue what that alien concept of
Ushers
tipping
or
was.
people taking tickets or any of that? You didn't see any of that going on?
I saw some kind of shit.
Oh,
but
I got yelled at for using the wrong door exiting.
Yeah, that was a
that was a
screamed at.
biggie.
And the usher, where's the? Then you should have said, "Where's the white door?"
But I've had such piece of shit ushers in every single venue. Like when we saw Sabbath, remember we first saw Sabbath back in the Meadowlands when they first toured with Bill in like '98.
Yeah.
Fucking at the end, Sabbath released this confetti. It was amazing, and it was these little black strips that said Black Sabbath on it with like a little cross, little teeny. So I'm picking one up off the floor. There's probably 200 million pieces of confetti. And it was a fucking the white guy, and he comes up. He goes, "No, you can't take any of that." This fucking cunt that worked in the metal. No, that's no, you can't take that. And he was serious.
Are you kidding me?
Confetti. Yeah, but I mean, so I've always thought that most of the ushers I've dealt with in those places have been pieces of shit. Regardless, like I've noticed across the board, they've been shit. The only place I've liked the ushers was 2 weeks ago in Irvine, in California. Maybe it was East Coast, West Coast. They were actually very nice to the fans for Saturday. Other than that, every venue I've ever been in, the ushers have been twats.
Did you take a piece of confetti?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, good.
But it was amazing.
I was going to say, if you listened to that guy, I would have punched you.
I didn't. He was just some fucking nobody.
You notice though in the New York area when you go, you have like a backstage pass or some kind of pass. Halfway through the night, it changes. That doesn't work anymore. I'm like, it's all access. It's from the band. No,
that's all access.
No, they just
here.
changed it. I'm looking at the chart. Nope, you can only go here. I'm like, who made that fucking decision?
What happened?
What happened in that meeting you had at 3 PM? Why did it change?
Yeah,
it's only on the East Coast that shit happens. That pass no good anymore.
But bands got smart. It used to be the backstage pass, and next thing you're just like pretty much in their dressing room, and then someone goes, "Wait a minute, we could have zones.
We'll have like that's good
actual
for up
zones,
to here.
right.
This is good for this one."
But there was a time you're just hanging out with Robert Plant because you were lucky enough
because you got a green fucking thing on your leg, a sticky fucking.
Like, hey, what's up, Robert?
Yeah,
looking forward to the show.
There was no distinction betwing the sound man and a meet and greet winner.
And then they finally went,
they
wait
both
a
could
minute
just go anywhere. Yeah, all access.
Yeah. Oh, there's something.
I could see if bands back in the day, everybody was they only wanted chicks backstage. Right. That doesn't go on anymore at rock shows.
Yeah.
You don't see any slutty chicks ever, very rarely. So it's a bunch of dudes. It's just a bunch of dudes just hanging out. So don't stop me if it's because of chicks. I get it.
Right.
I got one complaint about the show. Just one little complaint. The guitar picks at the end of the show.
I got 2 of them.
Well, good for you. I know what I got? A huge bruise on my thigh from the guy that dived into our row.
What a piece. That guy was annoying the whole night.
Fucking hit me with his knee or something, and he's on the floor crawling around like a fucking addict trying to find a guitar pick. Yeah, you know the guy. I actually got a bruise on my fucking thigh.
And he had pushed you before that.
Yeah, we got pushed around like motherfuckers.
When he jumped in like that, I was pissed at him because he kept doing that. When he jumped in, I kneed his head into the side of the chair.
Oh, nice.
Because he just dove in front of us to get picked.
Because at one point, they just took fucking handfuls and were just throwing it. And man, were people losing their minds for those guitar
Someone
picks.
gave me one. I didn't catch one.
Oh.
Kirk Hammett threw one. It was a little one, not the big white ones they were throwing later. Earlier, he threw one. It bounced off the guy next to me's head. And it landed right up by my foot, and I picked it up, and he's like, "Dude, come on, man, give me that." I go, "I got it." He's like, "Yeah, but it hit off my head." I go, "So?" I go, "I'll give you the assist. That's it. You get the assist, and I fucking picked it up."
That's not how that works.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're on that metal show. You wouldn't have enough picks." I go, "I don't have any. They don't fucking give me picks when I tape the show." He was fucking pissed the rest of the show because it was about 3/4 of the way in. Kirk threw one out, and it bounced off his head.
Did you eventually give it back to him?
Fuck no.
Not knowing they would throw probably 500 out.
And then I got one later, too.
Probably 500.
Yeah, people were actually giving them back at the end. Like, we have 7.
Yeah. Right. We have 7. Jimmy wants to get a Metallica picture today. We're in picture taking mode. Jimmy is all about it today.
It ain't going to happen. I believe
that. Work it out.
I sense these things, and I'm usually right.
I just saw James come in downstairs in the lobby. I said hello to him. We talked about the show. He said had an amazing time there. So he's in good spirits.
Oh, so maybe get it. Remember the time at Giant Stadium backstage? You were there.
Nassau Coliseum was another one too.
Ope wasn't there, but that was when we got Hetfield.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Giant Stadium where we were in the hallway waiting.
Yeah.
And we all had to make sure we knew how to work his camera properly.
Yeah.
Well, we got them.
Yeah.
the fucking ritual.
Right.
We
were there so long, we walked out. Do you remember we walked out with Hetfield and his family?
Yeah.
We followed them out.
And his entire family. We felt like assholes. At that point, it was only the band leaving, us and Brewer and Hetfield's family.
I like going to shows with Jim because you're not waiting in any traffic after
on
the
the
show.
way home, no.
Yeah, because you're there for at least another hour afterwards.
I think this was at least an hour and a half. I think we were pushing 2 hours after the show.
Probably.
Yeah.
And worth it.
And we had passes, but we didn't have the passes to go past the curtain, remember? So then we were trying to find the passes that got us past the curtain.
What a fucking...
But then
it's just too nerve-wracking.
But then we found out if you got the passes past the curtain, there was another zone after that.
The dressing room zone was...
so...
I can't fucking stand that.
So Jimmy, he's trying to get the group shot today.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
That was the best part of the fucking comedy tour that we were doing. We could walk anywhere.
It was weird, right?
It was so cool.
I kept waiting for someone to stop me.
Right, yeah. It's like, no, see, our fucking names are up there. We can go anywhere, fucker. Yeah, and then any other event, I always feel like, all right, this is coming to an end. I'm getting thrown out.
I always tell people, I go, just walk like you know where you're going.
Right,
if you have a guilty look on your face, you're dead.
Hey, where are you going?
Keep walking like you've been there a million times. Follow me. I escort like 5 people. If I have an all access, I go just fucking get behind me and just keep looking straight ahead. I'll take care of it.
You're the snow plow. Just fucking plow
absolutely.
right through
and
anybody.
Guys like, wait a minute, you all access. You can't. What they don't have. When I go, I work for the band. Sorry, and I do when the music's really loud, so they can't argue with you. You know, just the usher that's fucking like 21. He's in college, and they got him standing there. I'm like, dude, and you just keep pointing. But no, I'm going over there, and you just go like
He's
this.
He's not going to out yell the band,
and then he's just like, all right, I can't fucking deal with this guy.
Nice.
Remember 2005? We were fucking backstage at Tweeter Center. We were trying to get Sabbath pictures, and we got Bill. We were watching Bill warm up on his drum riser, and we kept being afraid we were going to get thrown out. So every time somebody walked by, we would just talk like we knew what we were doing. You know
I know.
Yeah, like they were supposed to bring this earlier, but they didn't bring it. We just kept jumping.
We were just staring at Bill Ward. Our buddy Jason Bittner, who's a drummer in Shadows Fall, knew Bill. So he goes, all right, just wait here. And Bill, we warmed up for like 45 minutes, and we're just staring at him. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
That's pretty
I'm like,
cool.
all right, we're definitely getting thrown out of here because like, who are these 2 creeps?
We wanted Bill Ward pictures so fucking. Bill was all unshaven and just relaxed, and he was so nice. But every time someone came by, we didn't want to seem like fans. So we're like, well, I don't know, but the guy was going to come back, but he never did.
Oh, that's
funny.
another good thing is when somebody puts you somewhere and goes, all right, just stay here, I'll be right back. And then you're just lost there. And someone asks you, it's like, what are you doing back here? Well, fucking my buddy Bob, he's the guy that, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. You can't stay here. No, but I was told, come on, move. And you're like, this fucking sucks.
But the guy tells you, it's cool. You'll be
cool.
fine.
Just stand here.
Right. It's never cool.
Fuck that.
Next thing you know, you find the one door you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And you're in an alley somewhere.
What happened? I'm out of the whole venue.
Now I can't even see the show. I broke some rule.
What we used to do is we get like 4 guys. I'd have a ticket like in the 10th row.
Yeah.
So I get all the way down to the bottom, and I have like 3 guys behind me that didn't have tickets there. They were up on the lawn, had lawn seats. So I'd go there when the band was on, when it was super loud, and I'd go to the guy, like the one usher, and I'd be showing him my ticket. He's like, and he'd point, okay, it's right over there. I go, no, but what is this? He goes, what are you talking? I go, I'm supposed to be over here, not there. I just keep pointing and causing mass confusion. And I'm pointing at the guy. I go, but what if? And as soon as he turns his head, my 3 friends just whiz by like 100 miles an hour. And he's looking at them like they're gone. But I'm like, well, where is this? He goes, it's right there. And they're already mixed into the crowd. Fucking fake them out every time.
You just gave a good tip out there.
You're a pro.
That's beautiful.
I went to a San Francisco Giant game one time, big Giant fan. So all the rushers are like 80 years old. They hire old people to check the tickets. Me and my brother, my nephews get down to the 3rd row right behind the dugout. We sneak pot. This old woman, as soon as she's distracted, we blow by her. Right. She can't stop us. But now it's only the 3rd inning. We still want to get beers and food. So, like, how do I get back out of here? I don't have a ticket. I might get busted. So I go back up to her. I go, listen, my friends are a bunch of alcoholics, and I'm going to get some food. But I'm not going to be able to show you my ticket because I'm going to take like 6 beers back, and I won't be able to go in my pocket. So will you remember me when I come back? She goes, okay, yeah, I'll remember. I go, I look like Brad Pitt, don't I? And she's like, oh, I wouldn't say that. I'm like, come on, no, just a little. How about from this angle? She's like, oh, no, I don't think so. Or, yeah, maybe a little. Like, okay, so you remember Brad Pitt, right? She goes, of course. Okay, Brad.
Oh, man.
Come back with 8 beers. There you go, Brad. Yeah, hi, Brad. Walk right by. Beautiful.
Oh, man, that's
fucking
a good
professional.
One. Yes. Oh, that's brilliant.
Because I tell people, if I'm going to sneak you down to the front row, you can't take a piss the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's it.
Or just do it in the cup. Which my friend, I took him to Sabbath. You know Tony, Crazy Tony. We're in like the 10th row. I mean, they probably pay like $350 for the seats to be in 10th row. Yeah. And he just takes his dick out and pisses. at the PNC Arts Center is pissing while the band's on. He pulls his shorts to the side and usually use a cup. Out of respect, you piss in an empty beer cup. Nobody's looking. You do it on a song. You don't do it on a bad song. You do it on like War Pigs, where everybody's looking at the stage, and you whiz right in the cup. No problem. You put it down by your feet. You're good to go.
And then someone tips that over.
Well,
anyway.
Always, yeah.
But
and then if someone has sandals on, it's even better because then it gets all over their feet.
It's always best to put it on the ground and then give it the slight kick it over yourself.
Yep.
So
just to
you
spread
don't,
it out a little
it
bit.
doesn't splash when it's kicked and maybe get on you. So you do that. But if I've seen people that just blatantly piss like that, and it's splashing like a horse piss all over everyone's fucking shins, and it's disgusting.
Well, that's what my friend did. These two big guys are in front of him.
Yeah.
It's the first song, and he's pissing, and it's splashing on their back of their friggin'
Their ankles.
yeah, on their ankles because they got shorts on. It's friggin' 100 degrees, and these guys are turning around, and he pulled it back real quick. He's a professional, and they're like, and they're trying to look, but it's dark, and they're trying to look for the piss, but they can't see it, and they're just staring at him. I go, "Did you just piss?" He's like, "Yep," and he keeps headbanging like, "Yeah," and these guys will keep turning around, and they're ready to punch him in the face. So I'm like, "Oh, the first 3 songs, they couldn't figure out if he did it or not. They were 90% sure." So I moved them over. I go, "Get on this side of me." So I moved them over like 3 people just so they wouldn't punch him in the face. And at one point, all the lights came on, and like, "Look for the piss," and they were all looking around, but the whole floor was wet.
Right. Yeah,
and it dried up on their seats that he pissed on, so they just let it go. But I go, "You ruined the first 4 songs because I'm gonna have to fight these guys."
Right,
I was standing like 4 fucking seats over, going, "This is going to be a fucking major."
You
problem.
saw it, right? I know.
Of course I did.
It was bad.
You I'd get beat up for. Him I wouldn't. Jim I'd get beat up for.
But I mean, there's no. I told him later, I go, those guys paid like $700 total for those 2 seats, and you pissed on them.
to get pissed on.
Pissed on them.
We got a guy that wants to apologize to you, Florentine. Mickey on Long Island. Mickey.
Jim, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, I got to apologize. I was sitting in front of you at the concert. I kept calling you DeRosa. Got a picture with you.
Oh,
Call me DeRosa?
Yeah.
all right.
I don't even remember that, but that's all right. Look, I was with my wife, who's hot, not a tranny, so I don't know why you would say DeRosa.
I got a picture with you guys. You guys were all awesome.
All right, that's the apology? All right.
Yes.
Well, it happens. What are you gonna do?
All awesome.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to play another song from the Apollo show.
Oh, which one?
I don't know. You want to do Seek and Destroy because you missed that one in?
Yes.
I try to leave early, but
Yeah, what do you think about people who leave shows early?
It depends. If you're a huge fan, you shouldn't leave early.
What about the
but-
Apollo Metallica concert?
what about?
Well, it depends.
What about I would have missed 3 songs?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't like I left an hour in.
If I saw like U2 there or something like
I've
that,
left early, and I
would go, all right, you know what, let's get out of here.
I really like U2, and I've left early for that because I didn't want to be stuck at Giant Stadium while 120,000 people are trying to fucking get back to.
I wanted time to grab
New
some
York
dinner
City.
after the show. I wanted to go to a restaurant and to leave. It would have been an hour to get a cab and stuff like that. So I bolted after the first encore and grabbed a cab. In 2 seconds, I was out of there.
It's worth it. He missed Battery and Seek and Destroy.
I missed
That's
Seek and
it.
Destroy, which sucks. I didn't mind missing Battery so much, but yeah, what are you going to do?
I get it. Look, if Jim left a Sabbath concert because he wanted to beat the traffic, there'd be no excuse for that.
Right.
You know, he's like, nah, I didn't want to wait at the Meadowlands for that. Then. But if you're not a huge hardcore fan, then it's like, all right, you saw it. I mean, it was a long show.
Yeah.
So you saw 2 hours.
I saw a
2 hours
of
and 10
Metallica from, right here.
It was awesome.
I wouldn't leave a Sabbath show early to catch a flight.
Oh, Jimmy.
I wouldn't leave a Sabbath show early for anything. No.
Wow.
All right, well, we're going to play Seek and
He's a
Destroy.
crazy fan.
We got Florentine in today. Jim, you promoting anything as we go to break here?
Yeah,
sort
my
of?
podcast. It's Comedy Metal Midgets.
Yeah,
New one
it's a
up
good
today.
one,
My new
man.
one is about the NFL, how they're stopping games because of the fucking weather.
Oh, the rain,
Yeah, that's 3 games in the first 2 weeks.
Well, let's talk.
What, rain?
They've stopped, and lightning. As soon as they said it's lightning, they got the fucking Doppler radar out. We got to wait till fucking 4:55. When have they ever fucking stopped a game before?
Amazing.
Three times in 2 weeks
It's
already.
those old NFL films that
I know.
fucking playing in like flaming hail and a storm of locusts.
We're going to talk about it after the break.
All right.
We got to get into that a little bit, even though it'll be on your podcast. And also,
Hyenas Comedy Club this week in Fort Worth,
Okay.
Texas,
Ooh.
Friday, Saturday.
you got your take on the Redskins thing too, right?
Oh, yeah. The
All
team
right,
name.
good. We'll
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
after the break. But first, from the Apollo Saturday night, here's Metallica, Seek and Destroy.
SiriusXM. SiriusXM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's Jimmy. We're all noticing it's ramping up. If you're just tuning in, Jim Norton really wants a picture with Metallica today.
They're here.
We got one the other night, but James Hetfield was having barbecue. So.
I was at the barbecue place.
Oh, you saw him there?
Yeah, he came over and said hello because
He knows you personally at this point?
he knows me from the show. But Brian Slagle, who originally signed them from Metal Blade Records, I was hanging with him.
He's still around with the band?
Well, Brian's got his own label. He was the first one to put a Metallica song out.
Okay.
Years ago, and then they
But I
signed
mean,
with
is he still connected with Metallica?
Yeah. Because we sent him over to the table because he was eating. I go, Brian, go over there and see if James will come over to our table. And he goes, and he went over and said hello. He goes, hey, he's eating right now, but he might. And then he came over about 15 minutes later.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Said hello and all that stuff. And
Were people just staring at him at the place?
they didn't know because he just kind of mixed. He fit right in with everybody.
Yeah,
there wasn't
yeah.
too many Metallica fans there.
Okay.
That barbecue place is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was the best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
Is it a legendary place?
Amazing.
Yeah, they do well over there.
Yeah.
He's
Holy
so
shit.
fucking-
You got to try that
Is it a
place.
long line?
No, not at all.
No, you can get in and out.
He's so recognizable to like even like casual fans. It's like, oh, that's fucking James Hetfield. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was a few people hanging around, but they he didn't come in with like a big security. He had a couple of buddies with him, photographers and stuff, but no one bothered him. But he did come over to the table, which is great.
Man, that is, yeah, look at that.
But this is about Jimmy in the picture.
Oh,
So there's an opportunity to get a picture with the whole band, which Jimmy really wants. And we've noticed that it's starting to ramp up.
Well, the reason
frustration.
The reason it's frustrating is because
ramp up.
this is what. Do you understand that I was when I heard Metallica was playing at the Apollo?
Right.
I was. They offered me a Tonight Show shoot, and I told my manager first, turn down the Tonight Show shoot.
Wow.
I can't do it. I'm going to this show. And then I'm like, I realized you can't do that. You're a psychopath. Like you can't put a fucking show before your career.
But it's not even put a show. It's a picture. The picture was more important than the show as far as the Tonight Show
at that
booking,
point, they didn't
probably.
really, yeah. I mean, at that point, I wasn't sure if there would be a meet and greet, but I'm like, I maybe. But then it turned out the Tonight Show canceled, so I was like, okay, I was lucky there. But
Right.
I was tempted to, but then I was like, I can't do it. That's crazy. So we go to the meet and greet, and again, Sirius was amazing. They fucking got us in, and Mark hooked it
Beautiful.
all up, and it was just one of those things where James was out kind of exploring the city and just didn't make the meet and greet.
And that's
So-
when me and Ant looked at each other and went,
Oh, so you guys know.
Of course, we all know.
But I knew before the show that it wouldn't happen. I knew before we went up there because
Did you really?
I was told before there's only gonna be 3 of them there.
Okay.
So
But you were hoping, maybe they're wrong.
you never know. Yeah, you never know. And but I didn't know if it'd be James or Robert or Lars or whoever. So now they're going to be here. They're doing Howard, who we don't really have It's not even a negative thing. We just they have their thing, we get our thing. So there's no way to go over and ask anybody, hey, could I? Because they're not going to accommodate me. So what do?
Knock on his door.
Hello.
If it wouldn't get me fired, I would do it.
How would it get you fired? Knock on the door and go, hey,
Oh,
man, is
sure.
there anyone I could talk to?
While they're playing a song.
Oh,
No, just on the outside door. Just knock.
Bust in when they're on the air. Hey,
They probably have a doorbell over there. Ring the doorbell. See
I know.
see who comes to the front of the Howard section of the
dong.
floor.
yeah.
And then,
this is-
just ask nicely.
Your best way right now is when they're coming out in the lobby, you be there
I will
and
be.
jump right in. So that's your only shot. You're not going to get in
Right.
that side of the building.
It's going to be a madhouse out there, though. They're
No,
gonna
I don't think so.
They're gonna
I
have
don't.
security people
I
with
think,
them.
I don't-
and I think they're going to take a few group shots right
They're
in the
going to take
lobby.
a few group shots.
Because there's somebody around here of importance that they're going to...
Sirius is going to want them to, even though they took it in front of the sign at Apollo, they're going to want to do it here too.
But that's
Right.
just it too, because unless they're doing group shots, what are you going to do? Walk up to all of them and go, guys, come on, get together here. I need a picture with all of you.
If I could speak to one of them,
Yeah.
if I could speak to Kirk, I would say, look, James wasn't at the meet and greet. It's like you guys are impossible to get as a band.
we can't.
I would ask
God, Jimmy just standing there.
asking a band member is sometimes easier. I told you I got Sabbath because I asked Tony to stop Ozzy because he was walking
Right.
out.
Where are we at, though? Are you were making phone calls, texting people? What's up?
the update?
Give us the update.
It's just there's no update. Like I know it's not going to happen. I know it's like I feel it. I honestly do feel it. It's like I know the energy on these things, and it's fucking. You feel the push kind of going a certain way.
Will you be all right if it doesn't happen?
I'll be, of course. I mean, I'm lucky I got to see them. I've met them already. It's not like, it's the end of the world. It's just, fuck, it was that close.
Can you Photoshop James in that picture? You have that picture, the old picture with him.
It's just
nobody's going to know.
But I'd be so bummed if it was Robert Trujillo who wasn't there. I'd be bummed, or Laura, any of them.
Right.
It's just one of those things. It's a really hard thing to get. It's a really fucking hard thing to get. Yeah. And it's like, fuck, man. 86, by the way, was that show, not 85. It was 86.
What show? Oh, the
Ozzy show, yeah.
What about Brewer? Jim's tight with James.
Yeah,
Did you work that angle?
No, we asked him. I can't call Brewer because you asked James.
No, could he stop in the hallway?
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
You're desperate. You know what I mean? You got to throw it out.
Even I'm not that
so bad. We're like kind of fucking.
The only reason
I told him earlier, I'm just poking at you because it's just too much fun.
I'm texting
for the radio show.
I'm texting our agent
because he's suffering inside.
Because the only way to do this is to go through the agency, through the management, because I can't do it through Howard's show. And it's frustrating because these are the guys, like my guy, Pete doesn't really deal with them as much as these other two guys in the office do, who've been dealing with them for 20 years. And it's like, all you got to do is just, hey, who's going to be with so-and-so? Oh, we got a client, just wants to take a picture with the band when they're done. It's like literally that simple. And it's
so why isn't that being done?
With their work, who knows? I mean, I don't know how these communications, I just know for me on a very low level as a comic, how I do things, but it's different than a fucking band that does, stadiums. I understand that.
Call Pete live on our
different.
Call Pete live on our show right now.
No, because he's actually on a bus. He wouldn't pick up the phone. I know where he is right now. He's on a bus.
He won't pick up if he's in his office at his desk. He's not picking up.
No, why?
Because he's.
Why?
Oh man,
is there some avoidance going on right now?
No, I mean he just knows that it's like there's only so much he could do. I think if he was here to facilitate it, he could possibly pull it off where he's standing out there and go, hey, you guys real quick, but he can. He's on a bus and there's a lot of red tape to go through. Yeah. I'm telling you, your best shot is be out there, get a 3-minute notice when they're almost done and stand out there. They're going to take pictures and just jump in. Hey, I'm from Ozzy's Boneyard. They love, one thing about Metallica, they love any people that promote metal. They'll always respect that, and they'll always go out of your way for you. So if you throw that angle in there, too, they probably know who you are.
I love metal.
But I do a show in Ozzy's Boneyard every night. I love to, I play you guys all the time. I love to get a quick
This is where I completely agree with Jimmy, though. Some of these things that should be so fucking simple, there's always some complication. And it's like, why is there so much red tape and bullshit? They're here. There's no one else really around.
We're fabulous.
It should be like a no-brainer.
Look, everybody has to justify their job.
You're right.
That's working with them, not necessarily them. I'm not using them as an example, but anybody, the publicist, and then this one, and it never gets to the band, and then they're gone.
And here's the other side of it. We're so pathetic. I'm just hanging around the Apollo, just waiting for people to ask me for a picture.
Right.
I didn't realize you could get to a level where you could make it all complicated shit.
Yeah, it's fucking frustrating, man.
It is frustrating. It's so stupid.
But I know the energy of these things. I'm not.
It's not like he's out in Times Square where if he stops and takes a picture now, fuck, these guys are going to now be taking pictures for the next 2.5 hours.
That I get.
We're talking, it would be seconds. Seconds
it's
added onto their
30
day.
seconds.
Not even, but whatever.
Jimmy.
Whatever.
But I'll tell you, my 14-year-old nephew went to the Sabbath show in Jersey. And I was talking to Sharon before, and he was talking to her, and she was so excited that he was a huge fan and a lot of being a 14-year-old kid. After the show, Ozzy jumped in his SUV, and we're saying goodbye to Sharon, and Sharon's like, Ozzy, get out of the car. Get out. He's like, what? He's like, get out. Get out. You have to take a picture. And she made Ozzy get out of the car after the show and take a picture with my nephew.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? That was like, she just said, look, just do this. This guy, whatever. He works on our channel, doing all this stuff, and just, takes 2 seconds out of your life. She went out of her way to do it.
Yeah, we got everyone for him that night. We got
pretty cool.
Fucking.
So, we had to go through. If we tried to go through the publicist, a Black Sabbath, then a manager, then 2 Ozzy handlers, it would have never happened. Right to Sharon, right there. She pulled her husband out.
Organically, it happened. You know what I mean?
I have a good. All right, what if it does happen? You get the whole band. Can you do something nice for somebody?
Well, we got to get past the fact that it might not be a good picture after that.
No, well,
we got
all right,
that
if
stage.
it's a good, what if you get the one and
there
it's
is
blurry? What if it goes straight?
I got
my Charlton Heston picture. Yeah,
And if it's blurry.
I got scolded because what was it? The Flash in your Rob Zombie picture.
Oh, but I didn't scold you. It was just a bounce off the thing. And I
just pumped it up for the show. But Jimmy was pumped out because.
Wait, have you worked it out? Who's going to take the picture if this goes down?
No.
And what camera?
I got my camera. I've been carrying my fucking camera in my back pocket. Hopefully there'll be somebody out there, but I'll have my camera too, and I'll just hand it to anybody and just say snap it, and I'll, believe me, it'll be ready.
There's a lot of stages here.
I'll bring Kenny out there with me.
Then the picture has to be good after that.
It'll be okay. I have faith that the picture's taken. Can I do something nice for somebody? Yeah, I mean,
I know. I'm just joking.
I would jerk somebody off into my hand.
You know what's another good move? I saw someone do this. Is you give Kenny your iPhone and your camera, and he takes two at the same time. Clicks both
No,
like that.
too much, too
no,
crazy.
because then one's not good.
Shaky,
Maybe
though. You're gonna get a shit.
Yeah, but you know what? You got two there.
This camera's better. The one I got here is a good
I know,
fucking
but
camera.
maybe the light's not on,
It's like
or maybe
two
it's better if
pistols,
it's
one
dark.
in each hand.
Yeah.
Do you do it that way, or do you concentrate with one pistol with two hands and really aim?
No, the fucking button. Kenny looking for the button with his big dry hands.
God, he would
He'd break the
fucking-
phone and
yeah,
poke
yeah.
his finger through.
My phone takes good pictures. You could.
All right, well, if
you
I
could
go
use
out
my
there too,
phone.
I'll use your
Oh.
phone. Kenny gets it on your camera. So you got a backup.
But then the eyes aren't looking in the right place.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't be
Jimmy
picky at
doesn't
that
like
point.
that.
You gotta- yeah, look
no,
at one
Jimmy don't
camera.
like that.
You could fix them in fucking Photoshop.
That's why I always hate when there's two cameras pointing at a
I
group.
know.
I always yell like, "No, that one first," because no one knows where to look.
If
and it
I'm the
fucks
one
up
taking the picture, if they want the picture with me, if it's a couple of fans, I'll actually say, "Look at the girl in the pink." Okay, everybody, my arms are actually out. I'm method acting. Look at the girl in the red. I'll actually tell the fucking people I'm with where to look so they don't have a douchey picture.
I met John Mellencamp. He's dating Meg Ryan. I don't know if he still is, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like a year and a half ago, and they weren't even looking at me. I just stood next to him, and they weren't taking any pictures, and I just said to my friend, "Just snap it." He's like, "They're not looking, just snap it." And they're looking that way, and I'm just standing there with a big grin on my face. It's a great picture.
Because you like getting pictures too.
Yeah, I do. Especially Mellencamp and Meg Ryan. That's a good one.
Not like Jimmy, but you're pretty close though. You're up
Florentine
there.
That's a good
got
one.
me
You're
on
up
this
there.
fucking kick in 97.
Yeah,
We
I
got-
started this
we gotta
shit.
blame
I'm
you.
sucking Florentine.
I did.
Get the picture. Get the
I
picture.
gotta.
We're fucking Aussie, and I was only going to get an autograph back
Oh,
then.
my
And
God.
the picture came out so beautiful, it became a lifelong obsession.
Yeah.
And you've been
I know.
chasing that hit
I
ever
started.
since. That first hit is
man.
always the good hit.
The good picture.
You've been chasing that ever
And
since.
now my nephew, I bring him to all the shows, so now he's into it. I got him into it, so now it's like
man.
every band I know.
Well, now I know why Ben's the one to do
I gotta
this.
try. I gotta bring him on the bus. I gotta go. Yeah. And then I'm like, hey, my nephew. But one thing about bands, when they see a young kid, they'll always go out of their way for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's 14, so they're like, all right.
Yay.
They'll
And
get a
they're
guy out of
hairless.
his bunk on the bus. Go, hey,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
take a picture with this kid.
The new fans, the up and coming fans, they need those.
But now I use him. If I don't have a picture, I go, you know what? I might as well get one too.
Might as well.
Yeah, since he got one, why you already got the guy out of the bunk?
I would tip somebody out of their wheelchair to take a picture.
Jimmy, we're getting a great tip coming in for real.
let's hear
For real. No. Sean in California. Sean.
Yes, sir. This is why the Android and Samsung is such a great phone. So with the Samsung device, you can actually just record the whole event. And then as you're recording, it's actually taking like still images. So when you're ready for the shot that you want, you just play back your video, you touch the screen, and you got your perfect photo every time.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've actually.
It does
thought of
work.
that. I've actually thought
It
of
does
that,
work
too.
that way.
No, I know. It
The
definitely.
Samsung does a great job at that. So
That's a pretty cool
I've
feature.
taken
Yeah,
screenshots
absolutely.
off my videos. Everyone calm down.
No,
on your iPhone.
it's a special
On
program that
iPhone,
only
yeah.
only
Pause.
Samsung has this.
Screenshot. It's been fine.
But Samsung has a special program.
Look at this moment I interrupted.
They
with
do.
Fucking. I'm showing Jim this picture with fucking Dio and Lemmy. We're having a nice moment at the
Holy shit.
Motorhead
Oh no! What did you
30th
do?
anniversary. Can you see that?
Jimmy fucking just put his face in there. Oh, you moment wrecker.
That's a great.
And I actually sent this one picture to Lemmy I got of him and wait, where is it? Him and fucking Ronnie hugging. Is that a great shot? Yeah, I didn't even ruin
That's
that one with my
funny.
own face.
With my own face.
I remember the Ozzy picture I got from my nephew when Sharon got him out of the truck. I panicked because I took my nephew's phone and it was on record. and I'm taking
shit.
a picture, and I'm like, it's not going. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, it's on record. And I have an iPhone. I know how to work it. And I was that fucking fan that was like, and I was almost dropping the phone because I was hitting wrong buttons because I'm like, I'm now making Ozzy wait.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be out here.
It
was uncomfortable.
Seems like
every
10
second.
minutes.
Yeah,
You were that guy.
Yeah, because he was doing the whole choke thing where he chokes him. That's like Ozzy's face. It's a great picture when he chokes. So he's holding on to my nephew's neck, and I'm like, oh, dude, wait, guys, wait, hold on.
Nephew's turning blue. He's really squeezing. Oh man.
Well, good luck to you, Jimmy.
We'll see how this works.
We'll see what happens.
We all know how it's going to work out.
No,
And I'll
you
live with
never
it, and
know.
I'll shut my fucking
You
faggoty mouth.
never know.
At this point, how
I just hope we
important
don't
is
get
this
punched in the
to
eye
you?
this time.
Like, what
battered
would you rather
wives.
have? A Cowboy Super Bowl win this year or the whole band picture right now?
I would rather have
A picture.
I'd rather have a picture with you and Sam than a Cowboys Super Bowl win. Fuck them. Yeah, I want a picture with the band badly. More than anything.
I like the segue into football, though. That's smart. You're learning some radio shit.
Professional.
It's unbelievable because now we can talk football and it seems smooth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I saw what he was doing.
No, I was trying to think of like how, because I know he was a big Cowboy fan, but you don't even like the Yankees anymore, so you can't even do
He's
a
not
sports
really a
reference
Cowboys
there.
fan either.
I'm not even that big of a sports guy, except for UFC. It's the only thing I really watch. By the way, did you see the Jones?
How good was it?
It's one of the
I
best
haven't seen
fights
it yet.
I've ever seen.
Really?
Really?
I knew this would be a tough one because I was talking to somebody and they're like, no, this is not a big fight for Jones. And I'm like, you don't know this guy he's fighting. Gustafsson is a fucking brute. He's a fast-handed
Go the distance?
brute.
I don't even know.
If anyone didn't hear the UFC fight or see it,
Oh God,
right.
that's impossible at this point.
the guy Jones beat the guy on a decision. It was Jones's fucking face was swollen. He was bleeding. He said it's by far the toughest fight he's ever had, and he was losing the fight through a lot of it, and then he wound up coming back. I think the last 2 rounds, his win. He's just a champion. This Gustafsson is a motherfucker.
Champion.
And is and Jones, he took Jones down for the first time in his career. It was an amazing.
Really?
Jones has never been fucking taken down, and Jones, it took him out of 11 times of trying to take this guy down, he took him down once.
That was Saturday while we were at Metallica.
Yeah, so I watched it when I got home. I couldn't believe how fucking this guy was just fucking jabbing him to death, and Jones was kicking him. It was such a great fight, man. Brutal and bloody.
I'm gonna have to search it out, even though I know who won.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Like a good, brutal, bloody fight.
Oh, is it fucking good, man?
Yeah.
Florentine, so what's up with the NFL stopping games? Was it because of the lightning, or was it? It couldn't have been because of rain.
Well, lightning in the area and rain. Yeah, they've done three games so far in the first 2 weeks. They didn't start. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? I don't know if the games.
It's ridiculous.
We've seen a lot of bad weather football games. Has anyone ever been hit by lightning?
No, never.
Okay.
Never in an NFL game.
What the fuck is this about? All
Never hit a stadium where fucking 20,000 people died because they were sitting in aluminum seats. They had a fucking beer in their hand and the lightning hit it. Never happened.
So what's different this year?
I don't know what's going because you got a former lawyer running the league, Roger Goodell.
Oh, God.
So he's afraid of getting sued by everybody. He doesn't give a shit about the fans. The fans could sit in the fucking. He doesn't tell the stands go back in your car or go get a bunker under the stadium. You could sit there, but we got to get the players off the field.
Oh wow, great point.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's like, oh well, you bought a ticket to a.
You're not
a live
emptying the
event.
stadium. You're just getting your players off the field.
We're just getting the players off the field
because there's lightning in the area. That must feel. The fan must feel good, just standing there.
No, they don't give a shit. Yeah, they
waiting
care
to see
less
if they're going
about
to come
that.
back on the field.
How about they put a lightning rod on top of the fucking stadium? Doesn't that work?
I think they do. Yeah.
Or give everyone rubber shoes.
No one's dying in planes.
It's different. Yeah. You're not grounded.
Yes, I am. I have a good base.
But yeah, it's
the airplane
45 minutes, an hour. And didn't you know the weather was going to be bad? Why don't you just delay the game from the beginning or just cancel it?
Right.
But obviously there's too much money. But don't fucking let the 75,000 people sit there and go, we got to take the players off the field because there's lightning in the area.
I used to watch those NFL films. And it was, these gladiators of the gridiron. And it's snowing. You can't even see. Mud, rain, fucking. They play through anything. And then you'd be laughing at like baseball. Go, look at these pussies.
I know,
They're
they got to put the tarp out.
Yeah,
because
they cover the field up and run into the dugout. And football was always like they'll play in fucking anything.
Just
now, 3 games already.
Put a dome over every stadium. Then, if you're worried about that. I mean, that's what they're going to have to do.
They started that shit because they didn't want to deal with the cold and the fucking rain and the snow.
They wanted their Super Bowl chances.
Football, man. It's great to see.
What's next though? It's it's windy. They're like, we got to take them off the field.
Yeah,
but what about it's too sunny? It's too hot.
Oh, we can't have them.
Maybe we should have. Are they going to make all the NFL play? They're just afraid of getting sued. They just got sued with the lawsuits. They got to pay like $1 billion out, which they got off light,
way light,
with the concussions.
It wasn't even a billion.
They knew for
was it?
years these guys were getting fucked up from the concussions.
It wasn't even $1 billion.
It was $785 plus
high?
lawyer
Okay.
fees.
Okay,
it averaged out to $170,000 a person that were under this lawsuit. The guys that got messed up.
Now what?
So they only get $170,000
paid out over 20 years.
Jesus, they got fucked.
What were they supposed to do, though? What was the NFL supposed to do to prevent it, and what have they changed now?
I work for the NFL. Let me talk.
Jesus.
Jesus,
Right.
what happened?
All right, Mr.
You work for the NFL. Who are you?
All right, I used to. I worked in the NFL for 5 years.
As what?
Manager. I know we're not doing that part. I'm not going to give you guys my fucking role. But I managed a stadium for 5 years in the NFL.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So my position there was I was day-to-day operation, everything in the building top to bottom. Our structure got hit by lightning numerous times throughout the year. If we have a fucking game going on with 80,000 fans in the seats, someone's going to fucking die. It's not about a lawsuit. It's about fucking protecting people's lives, too, man. You're going to have someone die in the middle of a
How many people have been killed by lightning strikes in ballparks?
We clear the bowls during thunderstorms. People aren't in the seats when we have a storm going over. We have weather monitors all over the building. If a lightning strike hits within 20 miles, we get a signal. When it's within 15 miles.
Over the years, wait. Years ago, there wasn't all this equipment. There were lightning storms. How many people have been in Major League? What?
They were sitting on wood.
Not back. I'm not talking about fucking 1800s Abner Doubleday. I'm fucking talking
they used
about.
to wear leather helmets, too.
I'm talking about if you were sitting at like fucking Shea Stadium years ago, or Giant Stadium even, years ago, and a lightning storm came, and people were sitting in their seats and getting drenched by torrential rainfall. How many people have been killed by lightning?
I'm sure there's data out there. I don't have it. I'm not going to give it to you.
So what are you saying that people will die?
I've never heard of one case.
I think everyone would have known in the Packer friggin' Lion game in '72, 8 people got killed by lightning sitting in the top deck.
They put precautionary poles and lightning rods and stuff up around the perimeter of all these stadiums to keep it as safe as possible. I've never heard of people being killed by a lightning strike when you're sitting there watching a sporting event.
But what's Derek's point?
We had a fucking... All right, let me put it... My point is you guys are talking out of your ass, acting like, well, the NFL is scared of lawsuits.
They are. Well, why now? Why didn't they do it in the 70s and 80s, stop games? They never really stopped games until a couple of years ago.
Because our fucking stadiums are 80 times larger than they were back then.
Oh, so they have a better chance of getting hit by lightning because they're a little bigger?
Yes, because there's nothing around them even taller. They're built differently. They're designed differently.
As opposed to,
That's true, though. That is true.
Well, that's right, because there was no metal in Giant Stadium before they tore it down. It was all just cement and wood.
Of course.
I hate uneducated guys that just rant and go,
You're right. You tell me there was no metal in any other stadium until a new state. There's not new stadiums everywhere.
I'm not saying that. I hate when assholes, like Florentine, I love you, but your fucking rants about fantasy football and how
it's hilarious. He's a comedian.
Oh my God! This
guy's right though. You probably play fantasy football, right? It's insulting and irritating,
dude.
No, it's not irritating.
Jim Florentine's whole fan base is in fantasy football leagues. He's mocking and oh my! It's just a funny bit.
Yeah, but he rants though without knowing.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Thank God.
I don't know that you're not supposed to bring your laptop to the sports bar. I don't know that. You're right. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. You got 17 screens in front of you, but I
don't know.
Dude, you're an idiot.
But look, there's
let me get one more word in. And I'll let you
No.
You said that because there's bigger stadiums now, there's more of a chance of a lightning storm. How much bigger is the new fucking MetLife Stadium in New Jersey than Giant Stadium?
Right.
Is it 17 million times bigger? Where it might get hit now?
Look,
City Field as opposed to Shea. How much
The
bigger?
old Giant Stadium, did it just lightning kept hitting the parking lot? Thank God this stadium isn't too big. If it was a little bigger, it would have fucking hit the whole 304 section.
Yeah, they were looking up and
fucking nonsense.
It was missing it by 8 feet over the top.
Thank God.
Yeah, Derek, you fucking idiot.
Listen.
Whatevs.
It's a social thing as well. Like 30 years ago, kids weren't wearing helmets while riding bikes. Bullshit like that. People are more cautious about safety. Just like leather helmets in the NFL. Now we have...
No one's getting hit by lightning in ballparks.
But Derek, you know what pushes this forward? The safety shit. It's one lawsuit happens, and then and I know parents are different with their helmets, but like one fucking or two lawsuits happens, and then everybody gets afraid. Look at the sexual harassment shit. That's all because a couple of big lawsuits happen. Everybody gets afraid
State
of losing.
versus Jim Norton.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said I was just joking when I grabbed her hips and fucking put my half-hard dick at her hiney. I couldn't get a ride because I was nervous.
Look, that's definitely... I'm not saying that's definitely not an influence on these rulings, but you have to also keep into consideration if one person gets hit by lightning...
Take into consideration, you fucking dolt. Not keep into consideration. You're an idiot.
My apologies.
Then every new stadium should build bunkers underneath for when there's a lightning storm coming.
Right.
Through your Doppler radar, that 75,000 people go take cover until it's over. If they're really worried about that. 75,000 people. Build a fucking bunker.
Yeah, Derek, I think Jim's point is that they're getting the players off the field, but
they don't give a shit about
the fans. Are still sitting ducks if the lightning is actually hitting the stadiums like that.
No, that's what I'm trying to explain. We fucking clear the seats and we get them inside.
I've never been cleared out of a stadium in a rainstorm.
Yankee
you just
Stadium.
sit there and deal with it.
I've been cleared out of seats.
No, you haven't been. Sir, no one.
Don't listen to Jimmy. He's being an asshole.
No sporting event has told everybody to leave their seats.
I've never left the stadium because of rain. They've never told us.
It doesn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah, NFL, it's a fucking NFL rule.
All right.
Anybody, when there's a lightning strike within 15 miles, you have to clear the seats. Why am I?
When the fuck has that happened?
Yeah.
But I've never had
when
it
does
happen.
Give me one instance where everyone has been told to leave their seats.
It's announced, but it's not, you can't enforce it, but it's announced. I'm trying to think of the last time.
It was Browns versus Bengals, 97.
It's not.
So they feel like if they
doesn't
announce
happen.
it, then they're cool.
Next time when they stop a game, right, and they go back to the announcers, another 30 minutes, you should look at the crowd. There's still 30, 40,000 people just sitting there waiting for the game to start. They're not all in the friggin'...
Because they're fucking 80 beers drunk, just like jerking each other off.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
And where are they supposed to go? And then the ticket people
Yeah,
have
and you
to
know why
fucking
they're sitting there? Because they
seat
go,
them again.
there's never been anyone killed at a fucking stadium through
right.
lightning, so I'm going to sit here and wait for the game to start again.
People get out of the rain because they want to get out of the fucking rain.
Yeah.
I've never been at a ballpark where they've
never
told
heard
you,
an announcement.
Please leave.
Right.
There's lightning. Leave. People go to the upper decks and underneath the tier to keep dry, not because of lightning, and then they come back to their seats later. No one is told. Could you imagine a stadium clearing out and then having to get everybody to their seats again with the tickets?
They don't leave the actual stadium. They go into the concourse. We keep them in the concourse, and then when it's all clear, they go back.
Exactly.
75,000 people in those
75,000 people have to go find their seats again. You're a fucking lying sack of cunt.
I hate, hold on, guys. You guys are entitled to your opinions, and that's okay to have an opinion. I hate how on the show you guys take your opinions, treat them as fact.
You're taking your call and treating it like fact, and it's utter bullshit.
Exactly.
I fucking worked for the league for 5 years.
No, you didn't.
No, you fucking worked for nothing.
Exactly.
Whatever. I still love you guys.
But dude, everyone does that when they have a discussion. You always say your opinion. Like everyone knows that we don't work for the NFL,
right.
So nobody listening who's reasonable thinks that we have fucking written the law. They know we're just expressing what annoys us.
Right.
We're not coming under the supposition that yes, we work for the NFL, and you should understand that.
It's full of shite.
Anthony, to answer your question, NFL games, the majority of the fan base enters within 30 minutes of kickoff. The entryways and entrance points of every stadium is built to support over 45,000 plus people to enter the facility within 30 minutes.
And I've never seen the seats clear
I've never heard an announcement to clear out.
Right.
The announcements are made.
I've never
but you
heard one.
can't have people with fucking
Maybe because they
brooms.
assume we're wearing rubber shoes.
Why have I never heard an announcement? And I've been at stadiums when it's been
I'm
raining.
drunk.
It's true.
You're passed out.
Florentine's the only guy that watches sports. Florentine's the only guy that watches sports. Jimmy just doesn't watch sports. Opie plays Sudoku and watches his kids. And Anthony, you drink.
Yeah, that's my whole life. That's my whole life. See what you're doing?
See what
you're
you're doing? Now? See what you
Scott?
did?
See, you're making some strong opinions.
You're implying
You don't
that I
know
like
shit
fucking
about us.
prostitutes and getting jerked off and like trannies.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and you're saying that I don't watch my kid. I just watch sports. Listen, if you say only 45,000
You're a bad
people could
father,
fit in those
Florentine.
concourses, there's another 30,000. Where do those other
where do they
30,000
go?
go when the lightning comes?
almost
Well, the
half.
Lightning knows that they can't get underneath,
Oh,
so
okay,
they
so
leave those
just-
people alone.
Like I said earlier, with how the buildings are built to support 45,000 people entering and leaving, the ramps and stairways are also covered. So that's where they go. I mean,
there's
it's
more of a
not
chance of
it's not
somebody
solid proof.
fucking breaking their legs on the stairs than there is of anyone getting hit by lightning.
Damn.
So as far as
It's not a solid proof. We don't have fucking bunkers, but it's better than sitting in a chair with lightning around you.
why? It's not better because no one's ever been hit by lightning in a fucking stadium.
We go back to the.
Let me go back to the
initial
fucking
point.
If I was at the Giant Stadium and I said I'm sitting there and I got hit by lightning, sitting in my seat and everybody else is in the Concorde, I deserve it.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? If I fucking get hit and die, I deserve it because there's no. I have a good chance of not getting hit.
But no one has told us to leave.
No one has told
I've never
you.
heard that announcement.
If the
Ever.
NFL's so concerned about the fans and everybody get hit by lightning, they know that lightning's coming between 2 and 3:30. Then tell people to stay home. Say we're not going to start the game till 4 o'clock. Don't come to the stadium.
Well, that'll
Don't
fuck up
fucking
the 4
pull shit
o'clock
when
game.
everybody's in there. And then
That's a terrible idea.
why is that a terrible idea if you're so concerned about someone getting hit by lightning?
You can't predict a lightning strike 2 hours.
You
in
got
advance.
fucking your Doppler radar on your phone. You know when it's coming in. Everybody's fucking look at the red here. It's coming through between
That means
1:15 and
lightning is
1:40.
possible.
Who gives a fuck?
Are you tired of Doppler radar?
It's ridiculous. It's dumb.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I know. And everybody's
I look.
long. You hear about just getting big thunderstorms at 6 o'clock tonight. So what? I got a fucking roof over my house. I don't live in a tree fort. If I want to get in my car, I got fucking windshield wipers and I got decent tires where I'm not going to spin out. And I got a fucking umbrella if I need to walk to the mailbox. It's okay. It's fucking okay.
You think people panic with their Doppler?
Yeah. It's thunder. There's going to be a big storm coming around 6. So what?
Shit.
Anything else, Derek? You made some good points today.
Did he?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Derek is a
all right.
dolt.
What do you
I
actually
love
do?
you guys.
What was your position, though?
I was stadium manager, so I oversaw all.
You were assistant to the assistant manager at a movie theater.
No, so I oversaw all events at our buildings. That
Whatever.
includes
Oh,
concerts,
God.
games.
So that
You're calling from Philly, so it's Philly, right?
No, I moved here recently for a career change.
From where?
What are you doing now?
I'm working in their stadium here now at the Wells Fargo Center. I'm doing the same operation, but indoors. Not
this has
outdoors.
nothing to do with engineering
He's now indoors because he was so scared of the lightning.
He's so scared. This guy's just petrified of lightning. Clear the people out. He's running around warning them.
He can't even listen to Metallica do Ride the Lightning.
You know what
That's too close to home.
Yeah.
My warning.
He used to work in Minnesota at the Viking Stadium, but now they're going to an open air stadium next year. So he's like, I'm going to Philly.
I can't take this.
And he won't
Yeah.
fly because of lightning, so he drove on sunny days from Minnesota.
Derek.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Take
All
it
right,
easy.
Derek.
I hope we got some free tickets coming our way if you're in charge
Absolutely.
down there.
God
some help.
damn.
All right. There goes Derek and Philly.
He was so full of shit. I mean, you can't clear out that many people for a lightning or
Right.
thunderstorm, whatever the fuck it is.
Lightning.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Redskins? Are they going to fucking fold and change their name?
I don't think so. I think that the owner, Daniel Snyder, says we're never changing the name.
Well,
So
what-
it's up to him. It's
But
not.
when he passes, then there'll be whoever takes over, and then I bet you they're the ones that go. You know what,
he's
we're
going to be
changing
there
the
for a
name.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, he'll be there for at least another 10 years owning that team. He's like a Jerry Jones. He's not going to let that team go.
I think the point is you can look at any team name and it's insulting to somebody.
Well,
Right?
it's the commissioner that came out and said, look, if one person's offended by an NFL team name, we need to listen to them.
One
When you
That's
start opening
ridiculous.
doors like that, then...
Well, that's what they do to these assholes with radio shows and everything else.
Right, if one person's offended, then we need to listen to those people.
But fuck all the people that don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, of course.
They don't why don't they have a voice?
I do want
in
them
these
to change the team.
corporations.
That's one thing I actually agree with the PC people on. Is I think the Redskins should change it, and it's rare that I think that way. But it's not because it's just one person. I actually.
Well, what about Buffalo Bills? The Buffalo Bill killed a lot of buffaloes. It was very mean and very cruel to animals. They nearly wiped out the American buffaloes. That's terrible. They should
but
change
I think
their
the difference
name.
is there's
Which
a
was
lot.
the main
Minnesota
food-
Vikings, what did they do?
Oh my God, the Vikings were pillaging and raping. Oh,
Yeah.
The Vikings were awful people, but the reason I agree with it is only because they have such balls. Like, we're not changing the thing. But if one of their fucking players utters something racist, they can't get out there and fucking grovel an apology fast enough. It's almost like they would never fuck with Jews or blacks or fucking homosexuals. Like, if a player says fag in the locker room, they can't get out there fast enough. But they can't get out there fast enough. We're sorry.
Yeah.
But, the American Indians, I heard them explain themselves once on a talk show, and I've said this before, and they convinced me. I was always like, fuck them. And then I listened to them, and they explained why it bothered them so much. And they weren't being irrational, and they weren't going, well, it's impolite. Like, they actually had legit reasons, and I was like, ah.
What was legit reason for Redskins?
What they said was, to them it means, and this is many years ago I heard this, it was about, like, that was a slur on Indians, but it was also how bodies in a cart were referred to when they had, like, how many Redskins you got in there. And that was part of it, and it just bothered them because it was a reference to that.
I didn't know you spoke hi.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was hard watching it as it rained in my living room.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Stuff like that. They just
speak
made
that.
sense to me when they explained it. So I was like,
but Vikings did terrible things.
Pirates? What about the pirates?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not being radical about it and going, everything has to be polite.
Yeah.
It's just once in a while something happens, and it's like, okay, just because there's so much political correct nonsense, it doesn't mean that everything that bothers someone is wrong.
What about St. John's? It was.
But I think at this point they just go, look, we're sorry. The name's been there since 32 or
and they
something like
explained
that.
why they called them.
Why we called,
originally.
and that's why we did it. And we're sorry if you're offended. It's sorry if the times have changed where you're offended. That's
Right.
the name. And
How about fucking St.
just to,
Louis with all the
and we
raped
respect you
boys?
boycotting outside the stadium, not buying a Redskin jersey, or even watching the NFL. But
Yes.
it's a tradition, and it's staying.
What about the Red Men? St. John's. They changed the name to the Red Storm, right?
Well, college, they're all a bunch of
But
pussies.
that fucking storm we had last year was a motherfucker for a lot of people. So shouldn't those people now be
They're trying to
offended by the Red
storm.
Storm?
So what about the Miami Hurricanes?
Oh man, we've
Yeah,
all
that
There's
devastating.
nothing
people
fun about a hurricane, but
laughing at Katrina. Yes,
there's
good.
nothing
Yeah.
fun about a hurricane, but they call their team the Hurricanes.
Yes.
What about the Giants and the Titans for midget people?
Oh, that's
For midgets. What if you have a midget friend and you go, you want to come over and watch the Giants and
What
Titans?
we do, he's Voss.
Yeah, what if I call Voss up and say, you want to come
Yes.
over to my house and watch the Giants and
like,
Titans?
oh, it just reminds me how small I am. Right.
Yeah, you did.
on
I know why you
purpose.
did that.
Yes.
Now we're just all uptight now in society.
Yeah, in most cases.
It's like,
But
it's
not
like
the
the
majority,
guns,
though.
Anthony. You know, like if they
Oh,
start
yeah.
taking away what's the AR-15 or
Yeah.
whatever. If they take that one away, that's what everyone's. Then what are they going to go after next? So if you take the Redskin name away, well, okay, so they did it for the Redskins. Well, let's go after this name.
Right, there'll
The
always
Chiefs
be
in
another group.
Arrowhead Stadium, I'm
Yeah.
sure is offensive. I didn't do the research on that, but I'm sure there's a problem there.
They'll
gotta
always
assume.
be around. They'll
You gotta
always
assume.
try to keep going. No one packs up their fucking
They
little
don't-
stationery and all the little shit that they send their complaints out to because they got one victory and they go, well, we're done here. They go on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
But that's where people have to stop giving in.
Yeah,
Like, when it's
exactly.
ridiculous. I just don't think them, because again, when they would never cartoon the culture of another group. They just wouldn't have the fucking, if the NFL had the balls to do that and they said, you know what, we're going to show blacks, Jews, and they do have the fighting Irish thing. Like if they were doing it with everybody, I'd have no issue with it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's because they don't have, they lack the courage to do it everywhere else, and they can't get their fucking pants around their ankles and take a dick from any special interest group. But this one, which is probably legitimately the most offensive, than some player mumbling something in a locker room, and immediately they're like, we're not doing it. Just that is what irritates me. It's their fucking selective.
I just missed the tomahawk, man. Fuck. Why do they have to take that away from us?
Did they take away the tomahawk chop? Do they
Yeah,
still
we
do
can't
it?
do
They still do that? I thought they did.
Yeah, we're not really allowed to do it anymore, man. You look like a dick if you do it
You
now.
do the tomahawk chop?
Really?
You look like a
In
cock.
Atlanta, the Braves, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
the
Can't
Braves
do it, man.
that?
Not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Not
dumb
cool.
thing. I hate watching them fucking.
Oh, I hate that, too.
America's Team on TBS. Fucking remember when Ted Turner did that whole thing?
Well-
tried to make the Atlanta Braves like
Good for
"No,
him, though."
If you don't like your local team, yeah, we'll just put it all over
It
the
was
country.
the first syndicated fucking sports team.
hated the
So it
Braves.
had to be America's team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got to see every fucking Braves game. You're right.
Right? You couldn't fucking find like the Mets or Yankees anywhere years ago. It's like, but goddamn, every fucking Braves game.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I think we've talked about it over the years, but the celebrations in the NFL. How ridiculous is that they don't let these guys do their shit? Who cares if they do their shit after a good play?
Yeah, or even,
Who
they
gives
catch a
a
long
fuck?
pass and they just throw the ball in front of, or taunt the guy. It's a 15-yard penalty. If they go, see, I beat you, and just like
Yeah.
walk away like that, it's a 15-yard penalty.
The other player's so insulted that he can't handle a guy spinning a ball after he got beat.
You know what? Put a limit. Go, Luke. You got 5 seconds to do a celebration. Anything
5
after
seconds.
that,
Beautiful.
anything. Do whatever you want. Anything after that. Don't pull a magic marker out like
maybe-
I think Chad Johnson
Right.
and signed the ball or something, or he did. I forget. If it's not, but if you want to dance for 5 seconds, just go do
And then
it.
the argument of it's really fucking up the game, not if it's only 5 seconds, 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Even though I hate that, and I hate when they show that and everyone laughs.
You don't think it's funny when
My
they do a dance?
father-in-law laughs every time. There was a guy did a
Which
dance
one?
last night. My
Does he get a good
father-in-law.
chuckle?
And yeah, he was chuckling at the guy, and I just looked at him. I go, "Don't do that. I'm throwing you out of the house. It's not funny."
You
just
think it
'cause
was funny?
No, I go, just because a guy's dancing and he's being silly. That's not funny. I've never stood on a dance floor and just go, "I want to laugh," so I'm going to go to a dance club and just watch people dance. It's a fucking cheap,
That's not
easy
funny.
laugh.
But they should be allowed to do it.
They should be allowed
We did
to
the
for
whole
5
list of the
seconds.
things that the NFL was looking out for this year, and it was ridiculous. Like were they allowed to spin the
No,
ball?
they're not.
They're
No.
not allowed to spin the. Why? What does that hurt? These guys are putting basically their lives on the line every weekend, but they can't handle someone spinning a ball
Yeah,
in their
let 'em
face
spin
after
a
a
little
good play.
ball.
And
they're
as
all
a fan, you
professionals.
love that shit when they fucking rub it in. It's the best thing.
And you can't. Why don't they understand? You're dealing with a mentality of people that like doing that. They're so competitive. That's what makes them good
Right.
at what they do. You're almost trying to curtail their nature.
I hate sportsmanship in general.
Well,
I
and
really
then-
fucking hate it.
And then when you can't rub it in with the team because, you're up 34-7, so you're not allowed to throw any more passes. So, you worked on your offense all year.
Right.
Yeah,
Coaches
then-
are sleeping in their office, missing family, fucking ballerina dances because they're trying to figure out a good plan. And then you're up 34-7 the third quarter. We got to hand it off because that's disrespectful for the team.
And then,
Fuck you.
And then if you're brave enough to keep your offense going, then the other team has a major fucking problem with that.
Of course, Belichick got shit for years.
Remember that?
He's running up the scores. Sorry, we want to fucking practice our plays.
I'm not
Yeah,
a big
so
fan of
do I.
Belichick, but I respect
love that he does that.
I respect that.
Even if my team's down 62-0 in the second quarter, keep throwing bombs.
Right.
They deserve to lose 90-0.
But then the other side gets fucking
I know.
pissed and they'll start fights and shit.
Is
They're
part of
so
it
mad.
that you're worried about the other guys fucking like taking a late hit and fucking breaking the quarterback's shin? Like,
Well, then-
is part of it like they're worried that
Then
the other
stop the game at that
no,
point.
not.
Oh,
It's just a respect thing.
Have a mercy rule then.
Just like in baseball, if it's
yeah.
you're up 7-0, the other team's not allowed to steal second base in the seventh inning because you shouldn't be doing that down 7-0.
that's bullshit.
But
'cause
I know,
maybe
'cause
maybe
a
the
team
guy's
can
trying to
come
work
back.
on his stealing
Absolutely.
for when it does matter down the at the end of the season, whatever. Oh, it drives me insane.
Yeah,
They
that's
need
silly.
to be humbled.
These guys can handle
Humble
it. The players can handle it, so I don't even know where it comes from.
That's what I'm saying. They're professionals. It's not like they're little
They
kids.
can handle it. They don't give a fuck.
They're making millions.
Right. Because they know they're going to have their shot to rub it right back in their face eventually. And that's what makes and then that's even cooler.
Eventually, it's going to come out where some guy's going to complain after a game that he got bullied on the field
Bullied.
by trash talking.
Yeah.
That his mom's a whore, and she's and she fucked me last night and my whole team and stuff like that because she has 5 different kids from 5 different guys and they know the background. Some guy's going to complain in a press conference and they're eventually going to start cutting down on that.
Dave, I read an article. It was about what the fuck was it? High school football, and said that there's all kinds of things in place now for language. You can't if they catch you saying fag or making some type of like I'll kick your ass or just anything derogatory toward the other team, you're out.
On the field, yeah.
You're out.
During a game, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so stupid.
It is stupid.
It really is ridiculous.
I don't understand what they think it fixes. I think bullies get more bullyish if they can't fucking throw out some. Yeah, if they can't throw out some fucking epithets, they go right to punching. You know?
Yeah.
Like bullies.
Well, fuck, if I'm going to get in trouble for calling you a faggot,
Yeah,
I might as well punch you in the face.
If the bully wants
Same
to either
punishment,
call me
right?
a faggot or punch me in the face, I'll go with the call me a faggot in the fucking on the playground. You know, and just because I got 3 dicks in my mouth doesn't mean I.
Now,
Isolate
faggot doesn't
that.
mean homosexual, remember.
Well, back in those days, it.
Neil Patrick
kinda
Harris kind of proved it a little bit last night. He said something was gay. He goes,
He
that's
did?
too
That's
gay.
too gay.
To Fallon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fallon was dancing, and he goes, nah, I ain't doing that. That's gay.
That's too gay.
We're
But
too
then
gay.
Everybody laughs.
Yeah.
And if Ricky Gervais got up and did that at the Golden
Oh,
Globes,
yeah,
that's
that's
too
a headline across the
outrageous.
world.
Oh, how could he say that?
Yeah, but
Too gay. That's implying that gay.
he wasn't
isn't
saying
good.
gay as in suck dick. He was saying that's too gay.
But he was all right to say it.
everybody
he's
laughed.
gay.
All Hollywood laughed. Oh, good one. NPH.
They love laughing at
Well,
some
they
good,
love the
gay jokes and whatnot.
they love the
So Pacino at the
NPH.
Emmys? Was that Pacino?
Yeah, but he didn't win
Yeah.
for Phil Spector. I think he should have.
won?
Who
Michael
won?
Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas was amazing.
Michael
You know what? Michael Douglas was
says
amazing.
The Liberace.
Bobby Cannavale won for fucking.
That was a
Boardwalk.
huge surprise.
I was very happy. I
yeah.
thought he was so good.
And Jeff Daniels won for Newsroom.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That was a huge surprise too.
yes, because everybody thought
Cranston.
John Bryan Cranston.
Oh, he should have. They should have gave it to him. What, they had to be too cool or something and not give it to
know.
him?
He'll have
Hey,
next year though.
What was that speech everyone's talking about?
Which one?
I don't know. He said it's the greatest acceptance speech ever.
Just listen to it. It's the first award given out.
I didn't see this.
And this is Best Supporting Actress in a Drama. And some chick from Nurse Jackie won.
Yeah.
And it was a huge surprise to her and I guess everybody.
And so this is the greatest acceptance
They're
speech
saying
ever?
this is the greatest acceptance
Yeah, because
speech
she had
ever.
no idea that there was a possibility. She didn't have anything written and nothing in her head. She got a 1 in 5 chance of getting it, but she showed up there and wore a nice dress and got her fucking hair done.
It's pretty safe to say I'll never win an Oscar, but I already know in my head
Right.
where I would go with it.
Even if you're up against Pacino,
Right.
De Niro, Johnny Depp,
I think you have a-
Nicholson, wouldn't you just say, I look, there's
know
no
what?
way I'm going to win, but
You got an
better-
idea what you would say.
Right now, you got
Right.
an idea of what
Of
you'd
course.
say if someone handed you a fucking Oscar.
And I haven't even been casted for that Oscar movie yet.
That's a fucking great point.
But these idiots that go, I don't know what
I don't know what to say.
Wow, I should have written something down.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And the Emmy goes to Merritt Weaver, Nurse Jackie. This is the first Emmy win and second consecutive nomination for Merritt Weaver. She cut her acting teeth at LaGuardia Arts Public High School in New York City.
Thank you so thanks so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Bye.
That's it, huh?
And she walked off.
That was hilarious.
Thank you so much. Thank you
just
so
panicked.
much. I
Yeah.
gotta go. Bye.
but that's good though.
It's a moment.
hey, whatever.
was
I didn't
real.
mind it. She didn't.
That was real.
Yeah, I'll accept that. She just fucking had a panic attack. And You see Bob Newhart get a little choked up?
Did he?
Yeah, because he fucking won his first Emmy ever, and I don't think he expected it. Like because the guy mentioned
Are
it,
you kidding me?
mentioned Newhart. He won his first Emmy, and they fucking an immediate standing ovation. Which
That
was
was
nice
his first Emmy.
ever.
Newhart never won an Emmy.
No,
Come on, you're lying.
no, I'm not. I was. They said on the thing.
That means he's got cancer.
That's crazy.
Giving it to the old guy
Wow.
at the end of his career. That always sucks.
Oh, dude, Jesus.
I just read, by the way, in this Carson book I'm reading, that Bob Newhart turned down the Tonight Show. That could have been his gig.
Before Carson?
Yep, Carson.
Wow. But then he might have blown it.
Yeah.
That's the other side of that shit. Newhart goes in there and he has a real shitty year, and then there's no Tonight Show for anybody. It's not a guarantee he would have been Carson, right?
No, that's true. That's very true. And Tony Bennett was on Johnny's first.
We had Tony Bennett.
I know. That's what I'm saying with Groucho and what a
and
history
Met
that guy has.
Groucho.
I never met Johnny.
I met Groucho.
Passed away.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Is there any more Emmy clips we should play? So you know.
Do you have the Newhart clip of the guy saying that or no?
No.
Okay.
Are the girls talking about the Emmys today?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ball passing around about
They're
the
throwing
Emmys.
the ball around in there.
Yeah.
Did you get the you got the clip where the seat filler guy walked up with the fucking what show was it? One of the shows and the guy that was one of the seat fillers actually walked up on stage.
Why?
Because he just was like got up and walked up with the crowd and then just stood up there with one of the
It must have been a
fucking,
writing award or something.
And he just stood up there. I guess they didn't know who he was. And then they just kind of ushered him off stage.
That's great.
Wait, they ushered him off stage with the crowd?
With the rest of them.
Oh, they didn't
and you
make
could see
him-
he was kind of confused. He looked one way, and then he looked the other way and walked
But
off
how do we
stage
know
with
this?
him. It was on the news.
How fucking great is
but-
that?
I know.
But
It's fucking
most of the
hilarious.
writers are never recognizable. So what? The guy tweeted that I just
I
did
don't-
this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He just
I gotcha.
like you could tell he was completely.
gotta
out
see
of,
this.
He was completely out of place while he was up there too. Yeah.
Me and Jameson worked on HBO Inside the NFL one season. We won an Emmy for like a best comedy segment. It was the whole show. But we went to the sports Emmys and they wouldn't let us on stage. So like, no, if you guys win, we're just going to put, like 20 guys instead of like 30. They didn't want us up there. We were wearing like Sabbath shirts. Everybody was in fucking, suits and tuxedos.
Who wouldn't let you up there?
People from HBO, like the higher ups, go,
Like
if anyone went.
Ah.
Yeah, they go, just, certain people go, like Costas was there, and Marino and Collinsworth, the people, and then some producers and stuff. But we had to stay back in the crowd. But we got Emmys, actually.
But you guys are in the fucking you guys are the
No, they wouldn't. I
comedians.
know, but they didn't want us
They should've
scumbags
just
on the
let
stage.
Who cares?
Why did you wear a suit?
For what?
Good point.
We were going to a concert right after that.
The guy. Yeah, they identified the guy. His name was Kramer.
Oh fuck! Are you serious?
Did you get me again?
He got us both.
Did you get me again? Oh, I didn't know.
Are you really got me twice?
Yes, Kramer went up and
Cosmo
accepted
Kramer?
a Tony. Cosmo Kramer.
Oh.
He was a seat filler and accepted a Tony Award for a play that Raquel Welch was in. And they wanted him to give it back, and he said no. And they said, okay, you could keep it, but you got to fire Raquel Welch because she's a real cunt and would like beat the shit out of these guys. And they were afraid to fire her, so he had to go in and fire her.
I'm on high alert after you got me Friday with the Seinfeld thing because I believe that was the first one you got me with.
Yeah.
So when you went with the high school sports thing, that's when I thought.
Oh, you thought it was?
I'm like, all right, wait,
What was
this
the high
might be
school
the
sports thing?
when he did the high school sports and the language.
But that was true.
That setup was so weird. I'm like, I think he's going Seinfeld. So you threw me off because then I let my Seinfeld guard down.
Yes, you did.
And you got me with the Emmy one. Fuck.
a seat filler.
That's great.
It was great. Kramer, he stood up to let the people out, and then he just kind of got caught up in the crowd, and he's standing up there nodding, and they hand him an award. That's fucking hilarious.
You got me so good.
I know.
Any other clips from the Emmys?
Not unless you want to see Neil Patrick Harris's. He really decided to change things up this year. And in the middle of the award show, he did his musical performance.
Was that with the choreographer?
Is it too visual?
No.
Oh, okay.
That
was it gay?
They did but they did one thing that was the people nominated for best. Who knew there was a best choreography Emmy?
Oh,
and all the people nominated,
Glee,
were either on So You Think You Can Dance or Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
every nominee came from one of those two shows.
Oh, really?
But they let those they let the people nominated put together a dance number that was like interpretive dance of all the shows that were nominated.
It stunk. Although I like when they put a teeny bit of Game of Thrones in there because that's the best theme song ever.
You like that one?
Oh, fuck, is
What
it
about
good?
what about Elton John? Was that good?
No,
He
he
did a
sang
tribute to Liberace.
Yeah, he sang a new song.
What was it? Candle Up My Ass?
Flamer in the Wind.
He did have one moment where, because he was reading.
The HIV is back. Don't blow a load on me. I'm only the piano player. I wish I knew more of his songs.
I know, right? Go through the whole library here, and I'm not getting much.
Fuck the Emmys then. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, you could throw it around with the girls later on. If you
That's
want.
The ladies of the morning
I gotta
mashup.
piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't taken a leak all
Where
day.
are we at with the Metallica?
No
thing?
word on anything.
Nothing,
I'm
huh?
telling you, I know how this is going to go.
Jimmy's still trying
we
to
got
get
Danzig
a
coming in
picture
too
with.
today.
Sad but true. What?
Tony Danzig's coming in today too.
Well, I thought you said Danzig.
I know. I was going to say,
I heard
right?
Danzig. E-Rock is brought to you by Mama Mancini's. Wasn't this last week?
Yeah, but you didn't do it on Friday.
We skipped
Well,
it.
do we
huh?
have like an E-Rock moment? We can't just do an E-Rock plug without an E-Rock moment.
Well, I could play an E-Rock song.
Why don't we all in tribute go to take a shit and come back late?
Oh, wow.
Or, E-Rock, do you have the moments in Gillette?
Mama Mancini's, the meatball lovers meatball. I heard that there's a new E-Rock song.
There's a few.
Is there a good one?
I don't know. There's so many of them now. Like, there's a dozen songs we haven't heard.
Wow, Jesus. You want to play one or no?
I mean,
You
we
just
got...
have to do the mention.
No? No E-Rock songs?
No, I mean, if you really want to, we could, but I figure we give E-Rock a break today.
You haven't finished the mention yet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I said it all.
No, you got to say it in a row. Nice.
I did do it nice. Just like edit the middle part out. It'll sound great for replay. They know we love them. What else do they want from me? They make meatballs and we love them. Fuck, Mama Mancini's. The meatball lovers meatball. That's good, right?
That's great.
I gave him my own personal touch.
Love it.
Just get rid of the fucks. Florentine, what are we promoting?
This weekend, Hyenas Comedy Club, Fort Worth, Texas, and then I got a bunch of dates: Montreal, New Hope, Minnesota, Rochester, New York, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. JimFlorentine.com.
When are you playing Rochester?
November 1st and 2nd.
You going to be on Weeze's show?
I hope so.
Well, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'm getting in town that Thursday night, so I'd love to go in Friday morning.
Trust me, you'll have a really good time.
I love Wheeze. Yeah, I've done a show a bunch of times.
And they got a really good comedy club up there. The guy runs it very well.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Do I do this now or what?
Whenever you want.
How did you sleep last night? Did you wake up stiff and cranky? If so, maybe you just don't have the right pillow under your head at night giving you the proper support. That's why there is the My Pillow from MyPillow.com. My Pillow is the amazing smart pillow with the 60-night comfort guarantee and a 10-year warranty. It holds your head firmly but softly in place. It hugs you and holds you to sleep each night. You're going to love this pillow. My Pillow, made right here in the U.S. in Minnesota. Never goes flat. It's adjustable and it's perfect. It's a perfect fit from when you lay down at night to when you get up in the morning. You can even wash and dry the My Pillow like you would your favorite pair of jeans. My Pillow is the solution to your sleepless nights. Get one now by calling 1-800-299-6694 or go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code XM4 and save 25%. You'll also receive a free press and pack travel bag with your order. Call today at 1-800-299-6694 or go to mypillow.com and use promo code XM4.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.